Good evening and welcome. Tonight we will be going over the history and geography of Cēsis in Latvia. As you can see, this is a little corner of Latvia up here in the Vidzeme region, which is pretty much this whole chunk of Latvia here. We're not terribly too far from the capital, Riga, as well. So this area is not very geographically significant. It's a lot of lowlands. It's a lot of rivers. You can see the Gauja River flowing through by the Gauja National Park, or Gauja. I'm not sure, actually. I never thought about it. Gauja. But yeah, that's pretty much it for geography. It's little farming communities all around. And then there's the main town of, I believe it's pronounced Cēsis. Very soft C, Cēsis. So, in terms of history, though, some very interesting things have happened in this little corner of Latvia. This area was inhabited by the ancient Latgalians. And there's a little settlement just south of Cēsis here called Araishi, I believe. And there, we'll look at it on Google Earth, they have reconstructed an ancient fort settlement from the Latgalians there on the site where they have discovered archaeological remains of such a place. It's pretty neat. This corner of Europe was the last corner to be converted to Christianity. It was all very pagan beliefs until a few orders of knights came in and forced the conversion. And the ones that came through here was the Livonian order, which came from what's now Germany. They came through, founded the city in 1206, and constructed the Cēsis castle. They also designed a flag for this castle that was flown at a battle near Riga not long after that, which was a maroon and white cross flag, which, if you know your flags, that is today the flag of Latvia. So Latvia's flag was first flown here in Cēsis. Pretty neat, I think. In 1577, the Russians were invading during the Livonian War. And the people here, I suppose, decided that it was not going to be a good battle for them. They deliberately destroyed the castle, and 300 villagers here took their own lives so that the Russians wouldn't do it. But apparently they did win the battle. And this area stayed out of Russian hands for the time being. It was eventually occupied by Sweden in 1620, and they rebuilt the castle. But it would be destroyed yet again during the Great Northern War between Russia and Sweden. In 1703, the Russians invaded and in the process destroyed the castle. It was never fully rebuilt, but the castle did come under private property, and the owners built a manor home there, like a minor castle, alongside the ruins. So it's partially sort of still there, but the original castle is long crumbled, but there's still enough there for us to look at on Google Earth. There was one more very large battle here in 1919. It was, of course, after World War I. Latvia had declared its independence from Russia. And Russia didn't like that idea. And so the Germans were invading, the Russians were invading, and there is a big battle here against the German army, which the people here won. And that day is now known as Victory Day in Latvia. It's a national holiday, the Battle of Cēsis there. But besides that, it's been a quiet little corner of Latvia. Of course, the Soviet Union would take over. They would win their independence in 91. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the history here. Very turbulent, but also very interesting at the same time. So there's not a lot to show you on Google Earth in this area of Latvia, but what I did find, like I said, is pretty interesting. So that was the history and geography of Cēsis. Why don't we hop over to my tablet and check out this municipality, it's called, on Google Earth. Let's go. Here we are in Cēsis municipality. But let's start by zooming out so you can see exactly where we are in the world. Whoa. Here's Latvia, between Estonia and Lithuania. Belarus is over here. And of course, Russia is over here. We are up in, I guess, northeastern Europe over here, in an area known as the Baltic states. This is the Baltic Sea right here. These are the 3 Baltic states, which I got really into geography when I was very, very young. And around that time, the Soviet Union broke up. And I took it very personally because I had just memorized every country in the world. And all of a sudden, there were like 13 more. And I always got tripped up over the Balkans. Till I realized they're in descending alphabetical order. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Perfect. So let's see what we can find here. Here is the town, and here you can see the castle. Let's hop right to it. So yes, you can see the old castle here, the old walls, a little church there, beautiful stairs leading up to the park area that's just behind the church. You see the Russian Orthodox church over there. There's still a very large Russian population here. A little tiny castle on the rock. And of course, the more modern part. Here is Old Man Time, Time. The slow progression of time there depicted in human form. Beautiful spiral staircase there. There's the old castle. And we'll look at this park in a minute that has black swans in the lake. It's so pretty. This is the lake that you saw on the intro. I was really amazed that there is actual stock footage I can use of this town. Here's the memorial for the battle during the Independence War. And yeah, that's a nice little slideshow of the whole town, wasn't it? Yeah, over here is the park with the black swans. Let's see if we can find them. That's a statue. We're going to see a couple cool statues tomorrow. We're going to the City of Statues. But yeah, look, black swans in this park. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, Bonnie. Look how pretty. It's not every day you see black swans, I guess, unless you live here. But yeah, really pretty little town, isn't it? Look at the snow. Every place is beautiful in the snow, but that's really charming too. Bonnie scratching at something, being a nuisance as usual. Here's the Gauja National Park. Really amazing tree line there. Gorgeous lake, isn't it pretty here? There's another cool old castle. Definitely another Livonian castle and the Livonian Knights by the looks of it. They got scary caves, little Lutheran churches by the looks of it. It's not an Orthodox church. They're very distinct. Look at this old castle carved into the rock. That's pretty cool. Another old ruin there. It's a beautiful estate. Very Soviet looking monument there. Another beautiful ruin here that looks like it's infested with fairies or some kind of woodland creature. And then down here, actually, it's the Roxy. Oh, that's the zoo. Look at all the lemurs. Roxy? I don't know where it is. I just saw that. Because I hadn't been able to find it before. Apparently there's a manor that's called like a Roxy Manor. But I have But here's Arashi. Over here is the archaeological site. This is, I believe, yep, where this settlement once stood. That's what it would have looked like, I suppose. You can see the ruins of that. I don't know what Bonnie's gotten into, but she sure is getting into it. I hope that's not bothering you. You guys say it's fine when the cats make little noises in the background, but do let me know if you don't like it. You guys seem to like the cats. Who was it? Happy Squirrels called them the Geocats. I like that. And then look, over here, they've rebuilt it. So here's what it would have been like being an ancient Latgalian, living alongside the lake. All of these poles, little thatch home there. Look how quaint. This would be pretty cool to live like this, I think. Little boats out there that I'm sure they use for fishing. Very cool little log homes and the little wooden walkway there as well. Very, very neat, I think. That would be like a good vacation for me, I think. Like taking a weekend in a little log cabin like that by a lake. That would be fun. That would be pretty awesome. Alright, I don't think I really found anything else significant to show you here. It's mostly I just found like nice little hiking trails and such. What do you think that is? It's probably nothing. Oh, it's something. It is some sticks of wood, something. It is, I don't know what that is. It looks a little eerie. If you've seen a lot of my videos, you know that when we're in very wooded, forested places like that, I do get a little unnerved because I always worry about the dangers of the fae folk and getting snatched up by them. It's no joke. You don't want to mess with them. Let's see if these are anything. This is a little home area with a pretty garden. Look at this. The big bonfires. What's happening here? Something's happening here. Speaking of fae folk, these little like David the Gnomes are out here. What is this? It says it's a museum. Oh wow. They're gathered around the rock there in their traditional clothes. Isn't that wonderful? I wonder what it's for. There's the rock. It's for something. Look, everyone's gathered around, singing songs, I believe. And they're definitely singing here by this rock. Looks very pagan, doesn't it? Speaking of fae folk, is this a wedding? Oh, looks like it. He's giving a talk. Something's happening there. Pretty neat. Let's see if we can find anything else. Oh, there's another castle. Let me click this just to make sure that we're still in the right place. I didn't see this when I was researching. Are we still in the right place? Did we wander too far? I think we're good. Yep. How interesting. Whoa. That is a castle. That is a manor home. That is not ruined at all. Wow. They look like socks. Beautiful grounds here. This is pretty nice. This is a museum. It's really pretty inside. It seems very cozy for a castle. Oh, and talk about those fae folk. You want to stay away from trees like this at night. They give off an energy, you know. You can feel it. There's some storks up there. Yeah, nice grounds. Look at that. That's pretty great. Do you think we can find one more thing to see? Let's look over like this way. see if there's anything else we can look at. Look at all this like swampland. Do you think these are anything? But you could also see all the farmland as well. Oh wow. Looks like a school or a meeting place. Yeah, it's definitely a meeting hall, isn't it? A recreation center, maybe. There's just some sweet dogs there. What's this? Oh, it's a ruined castle. Perfect. Let's end it here on the spooky, haunted, ruined castle. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this style of content, please consider subscribing. There's some pagan stuff happening here, but I'm pagan, so I'm all for it. I'm just saying, be careful. Next, we're going to Argentina. And we're going to, oh my gosh, we're going to see some meteorites. We're going to see a meteorite field where some of the world's biggest meteorites have been found. They rode their bikes out here. This looks like a face. You know what? Some eerie stuff goes on here. I'm not saying bad stuff. I'm saying there's some very ancient stuff goes on here. I can just feel it coming through the pictures. My goodness. Yes, stuff happens down there late at night. What's that? Fishies. Little fishies in the snow. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know all your thoughts down below in the comments. I hope that you found this video to be relaxing and educational. And where are we? There we are. And I hope that you have a good night. Good night.